Lord, first we ask that you bless the food we're putting in our bodies today for lunch. May it nourish us. May it help our brains work. Lord, we ask that you bless our city, bless our work today, bless our people in our community, bless our world. There's a lot of people hurting right now, a lot of people with a lot of feelings. Lord, may you help them put those feelings to good use, and maybe hopefully they join the service club and contribute like we do. Thank you. We pray this in your son's name. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Spencer. And third Vice President John.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
You need to pay when you come back in. And Lion David, would you please lead us in song?
My country is of thee, sweet land of liberty, of thee I sing. Land where my fathers died, land of thy pilgrims' pride, from every mountainside, let freedom ring.
Yes?
President Sharon, fellow Lion, we have one guest. We'll let Greg introduce, and we also have our guest speaker.
President Sharon, fellow Lions, my guest today for the last time is Gary Archer. He is now one of our members.
Lion Penny, do we have any sunshine?
I have a card back here for Mike Gatlin, and I got holding his wife. I don't know how many of you know. She said some of you do and some of you don't. But he was diagnosed 6 months ago with Alzheimer's, and that's what's been going on with Mike all summer. She wants us to know that he very much loves being a Lion. I don't know if she's letting him drive, so you might call and see if he needs a ride, because he would like to come to the meetings, it sounds like, but I'm not sure he can get here. So anyway, there's a card back here that we're thinking of him and that we miss him.
Don't have Hal drive.
Thank you, Penny.
And I don't know, Ann, do you have an update on Keith? Do you have an update on Keith?
Just that he mentioned to me over text that he was going to try to make a club meeting, so Keith would like to come back, but I don't have any details.
And then, Gail, are you going to give an update on Bob and Happy Bucks? Or? Okay, all right.
Thank you, Penny. All right, well, we'll move right on to our Happy Bucks then.
And Pat's not here, so I'm going to wander around, I guess. Many of you have probably heard, when care and don't. Robert Redford died today. See the women like, oh, the guys are side whatever. Oh, hi. House District Governor Steve.
Thank you, Bo. Dave, don't forget to President Sharon, Lions and guests, $2 today. The first one is for a wonderful experience at the Day of Giving, or is it, how do you? Day of Caring. I had a chance to get to know our newest member, Mr. Archer, and it was a lot of fun. The second happy dollar is, and I hope it remains that way, but looking at the paper this morning, the Mariners are in first place.
Woo-hoo! 9-0 winning streak.
Well, never mind. Moving right along. Is this Lion? Bob? Hey, Bob? Hey, Bob? Okay, Lion, hey, Bob. I'm sorry, your wife is talking.
was trying to find out what Maryland is.
President Sharon's Lions and guests, Happy Dollars. I won't be here next week.
Yay!
I visit my son, spend a week on the beach in South Carolina.
Hurricane season.
You guys have fun.
Well, these are.
Air.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, Bob is doing better. He wants to come home on Friday, so we'll just see what happens.
Boy. Sorry, forgot the title. PCC Hal. Home.
President Sharon and fellow Lions. Yes, is this working really?
Not really,
No,
not
it's
really.
working. So I'll try it this way.
Turned it off for you, Al.
Lights on. Lights on, nobody's home, everybody. So here's my happy $5. You'll notice it's 20% less. That's inflation. Okay. One is my brother is sending me pictures of sailboats on the East Coast as well as in the Boston Harbor. And I'm finding that really rude. Really, really rude. Second one, my project I hope is almost done. One of these days I'll decide that I shouldn't be doing this stuff anymore. The other $50 is Patrick's business. Oh, Coffee Today is doing very well. And mine.
I gotta give you guys $75.
Okay.
Huh?
Spencer's giving you money.
Spencer's giving you money
Next
next week.
week.
I just
Oh,
wanna-
next week.
I guess that's.
Yeah, wouldn't I? Wouldn't I?
I just wanna announce things for people. Well, hello, Lion Greg. Lion Greg.
President Chair, Pro Lions guests, Steve Patterson already talked about Day of Caring. Instead of giving a report later in the meeting, I'm just going to let everybody know who helped that day. It was a good turnout. Mark Kelch, Gary Archer, Lynn Peterson, Steve Patterson, Marilyn Patterson, Jay Pruitt, Shannon Nardine, Cheryl Coast, Gail Bradley, John the drummer, that's best I'm hearing, and Kermada, Rick Johnson, and Sharon Nolan, and Cindy Ward. So we had 16 people there. They were expecting about 6 or 7. We shocked them. We went in there. We had everything done that they wanted, even more. By about 11:30, we sat around waiting for the pizza.
Hopefully it was a good pizza. On a pizza. Hello, head table. How about first, second VP? I'm backing up here, sorry, let's go in order. Second VP, and
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, I have a happy buck, mostly because Rick is making me do this, but I am very happy. I've decided to give it to Gary, the thank you, Gary, to Happy Buck for being a new member and totally jumping in. He's been at the shop, he was at the Day of Caring, and I think he's really happy to be with us, so welcome.
yay! Okay, since you passed it off, you still have the first VP. Rick?
Queen Lion Sharon, fellow Lions and guests.
He did something wrong, he's being nice.
It's not going well.
What did I do wrong?
I don't know, you tell us.
She's not mayor.
And with that, he takes a phone call.
This last weekend, I was surprised, and I think we surprised a bunch of people by our whole board basically showed up for our leadership down in Vancouver. And so we had Steve, Marilyn, John, and and
Rick,
you,
Sharon.
and her, and
Your wife.
Mary and Karen all showed up, and it was a good lunch. That's all I can say. It was really nice. We got a lot out of it, I think. So.
I like how the lunch came first before talking about how great the program was.
We're expecting big things.
Okay.
Why are you looking at me then?
Yes, I did. I'm here in the program chair. Hi, Ryan.
Hi. President Sharon, phone lines and guests, couple happy bucks. Both the kids are really enjoying soccer this season. Team Ride and Shine and Edward Jones were victorious on Saturday. And then yesterday I got to play in the Keegan Baker Memorial Golf Tournament. He was a good buddy of mine all throughout school. And so a bunch of buddies come back to town. We play golf together and we have a lot of fun.
Good. Yay. And Lion Monica.
Yes, thank you. President Sharon and fellow Lions. My happy dollar is kind of a shameless plug because I'm also president of the Longview Early Edition Rotary Club. And Harvest Classic is coming up on October 4th. So if you want to walk, run, or participate in any way, please see me later, but the Harvest Classic is coming up and we do apple press and ciders and all kinds of fun things for that day. And you know, the Highland Festival was a huge success this weekend, so it's great to see all the activities in our community.
So what date is that?
October 4th.
That's Saturday.
You know how to count how? 1, 2, 3, 4.
It's the day before the 5th.
Who else? President Sharon, it's yours.
Thank you so much to Lion Tamers. I am going to pass this on over to our September chair, program chair, Lion Ryan.
Thank you, Greg. President Sharon, phone lines and guests, it's a pleasure to introduce Monica Seidl, who's also a member, not a guest. She is a volunteer humanitarian. Her passion is to travel and help people. She is married and has 2 graduates of LCC, a son who is in the Coast Guard, and a daughter who's an ultrasound technician. Monica has worked for the Cowlitz-Wahkiakum Council of Government as a project specialist for the past 3 years now. She was previously a bank manager for Umpqua Bank in Clatskanie, Oregon for 18 years before that. Fun facts about Monica: she's adventurous. Adventures include hang gliding in Brazil, scuba diving in Puerto Vallarta, riding camels at the Great Pyramids in Egypt, and a lot more. She owns a home in Belize and travels there twice a year, once in the spring and in the fall. She takes a voluncation team. It's a volunteering vacation is what that is. She takes those teams there to volunteer at a community library that she helped reopen 3 years ago. And she donated an ambulance to Belize and remodeled and reopened a police substation, and that's fully running now, right? Her next adventure is focusing on the Belize Medical Clinic. That's open. They're still working on opening an optometry exam room and getting dental equipment in there. As she mentioned, she's president of the Longview Early Edition Rotary, and she's currently working with Silent Bridge, which is an anti-human trafficking organization, and they're opening a safe haven in Belize currently. So, please welcome Monica.
Thank you, Ryan, and thank you for having me. Before I start the presentation, last time I don't think that I got to it, but how many know what the Cowlitz-Wahkiakum Council of Governments does in our community? Not very many people. So before I start with what I do for fun, I thought I would explain a little bit of what I do for work. And it's just as, to me, special that I actually I I guess, blessed to step into this role. The Council of Governments is a planning agency, and it really predominantly focuses on economic development in our community and in Wahkiakum County. And so it does touch on transportation, it touches on tourism and childcare and the gaps and the needs in our communities and how we can help to find grant money and put together agencies and organizations that can maybe then partner with others in the community that can get things done, and we can start solving some of the issues in our community and making our community a better place for us to live so that we have a quality of place and a quality of life. And so when I first came back from quitting my job, which really shocked my husband that I was going to do, but I felt that it was the right thing to complete the library that I just kept getting close to opening in Belize but never could quite finish it. And I just came home one day and I said, these 2-week vacations going down there isn't getting the job done. I'm quitting, and I'm sure that I'll just come back and get rehired and I'll just become a banker again. And 4 months later, when I came back, 2 days after being home, I went to my Longview Early Edition Rotary and I said, hey, if anybody has a suggestion for a job that I could be doing, I'm unemployed and I need some ideas and some suggestions of what I could be doing when I grow up. And Bill Fashing, the executive director of the COG, approached me and he goes, I think I have something you could do. And I said, I don't even know what you do, and I've known you for years. I don't know what the COG is. I know you work for Cowlitz and Wahkiakum. It's a quasi-government agency or something like that. And so I applied, we sat down, we had that conversation, and I have now navigated into a career that I absolutely love, that fills up my heart, that I now get to give back into this community in ways that are so meaningful and impactful, that I get to find different things that maybe are missing in our community and find organizations and businesses that can fill those gaps. Small business entrepreneurship, childcare, what a rewarding opportunity that is. So 3 years into it now, I've also built in a little time off each year so that I can go and do my projects in Belize, because truly now that my children are grown, I needed to have that balance in my life. I needed to be able to do projects that were meaningful and important to me, but also at the same time, I still need to work a job. I'm not rich. My husband's not rich. He works for J.H. Kelly as an electrician, so he's handy when I'm doing some of these projects down there. But at the same time, we're always going to live in this community. This is always going to be our home. So why not work at a job that makes this place even better? And doing that, that's kind of what I've started to do in Belize, one project at a time. I had no idea when I started this conversation with my neighbor in Belize they needed education support, they needed some tutoring. I had no idea what this was going to turn into. I only had a conversation with my neighbor, and it started to bloom and blossom into what it is today. And so what it is this little library is now a community education center, and we have it running with a librarian, and she's wonderful. This is kind of small, so I'll just maybe summarize it. The last 3 years, we have done a library, the support with a medical clinic, bringing a medical team down there, an ambulance, the police station, community outreach and training. The next 3 years, we have eye, dental, emergency training. We need somebody to drive the ambulance in the back and in the front. I mean, I can drive the ambulance. I drive it when I'm down there. But we need people trained to be able to offer EMT services in the back. They don't have a playground down there. They need some continued support to create the little farming village that it is into a self-sustaining community. So this eye and dental clinic that I went down there, the village has given me another building because they've seen what we can do. They've seen in the last 3 years the progress that we have made. And so when I went down in October, I took the Rotary group that's nearby. I showed them the building. We did a grant. We wrote it. And then I went back in January and monsoon rains and leaves and debris ruined this building inside and out. And it increased my cost about $9,000. And I knew that I could not get across the finish line, and I'm not going to start something that I can't finish. I'm not going to overpromise and underdeliver. So I told the village, I have to wait. I have to make sure that I can complete this project, and I have to regroup. In that time frame, in March, my mom suffered a massive heart attack and had to have a quadruple heart bypass. Now, I will tell you, life stands still when your mama is sick. And I took 2 months off. I lived with her. My husband wanted to know if I was ever coming home again. And truly, it was one of those things that you never want to be so humble as to say, I can't get the job done, but I could not get the job done. And I had to be very transparent and very honest with Rotary and say, I can't take your grant money at this time. I have to let you hang on to it. This project isn't going away, but I have to put it on hold until I know my mom is well enough that I can do this. So with that being said, Mama's getting better, and I'm back on track. One of the projects that we're continuing and ongoing is breathing life into 2 students in Belize. One is a high school student and one is a college student going through the nursing program. And someday she is going to run the nursing or the medical clinic that is right there in the village. Her mom is a community healthcare worker and was the neighbor that I had that very first conversation with. And we have helped her complete high school. She's now going on to college, and where her mom isn't a nurse because she never got the opportunity to advance her career and her education, we're doing that for her daughter, and her daughter knows how important this is and how impactful this is. And so she's now in her 2nd year of nursing, and she's doing fabulous. And so she will, in another 2.5 years, graduate out of the nursing program, and she will be running our medical clinic in our community. So it's one of those success stories that you see the end result coming. It's just not there yet. This is the last 3 years. There's the library, there's some of the students, there's the police station in the background, and there's the ambulance, and that's the medical clinic. It's a beautiful building. We just need people in there to be running it. Here's what the police station looked like. And it was just very similar to the library. It was an abandoned building. The village owns it, so it was one of those that they could say, here, what can you do with this? So I made an agreement with the police officer that runs the area, because we're in a peaceful area. It's a farming community. It's only 6,000 people, but we need to maintain peace, and Guatemala is only about 10 miles away, so we need to also maintain our borders and our safety. And so I asked him, if I fix this, will you run it? And he said, I don't have the funds to get all of the supplies and all of the cleanup and all of the work, but if you fix it, Monica, I will run it. I will promise you that. So I said, okay, then we've got an agreement. So in 2024, in the spring, I took 5 72-year-old women down there and my best friend, and we painted and we cleaned and we worked on that police station. And that police station is open and it's running, and that's the upstairs is a 2-bedroom apartment, and we had a great time. And while we were there, we introduced silentbridge.org, which is an anti-human trafficking group. And the CEO is local here in our community. I'd never heard of him before. I went to Kalama to their chamber and I said, I want you guys to know that your ambulance that you were selling is now in Belize. And during that conversation, one of the guys came up and said, you need to go talk to that gentleman out in the lobby because he trains police officers and medics and people around the world. Well, come to find out, no, what he does rescues. He does human trafficking safe havens around the world, and he has one already in Nepal, Bangladesh, Ukraine. And he would love to break into Central America because there is such a need in the I-5 corridor all the way down to South America. So I took his team and I introduced them to all of my contacts in Belize. Belize government has now given him 10 acres and a facility to run, and there's a waiting list of 100 women and children that have been rescued that are waiting to come into this facility. He doesn't have the money to run it. He needs about $10,000 a month to hire the people that will be security guards, that will be cooks, that will be administrators, the medical clinic that needs to be running to support these women because of the trauma that they have been through. His presentation is so outstanding that my husband has said I get to do one project a year because otherwise I get overwhelmed and I do too much. But when we listened to this man's presentation, and he said, Monica, stay in your own lane. He does what he does, you do what you do. When this man's presentation, which he's going to be at our club on September 30th from 7 to 8, and I'm inviting anybody to come over to Catlin Center and listen to his presentation. I'm going to have him present that day as well from 12 to 1. But we had rented the Kelso Theater for him to do his presentation along with another gentleman that has another nonprofit. But after he shared that human trafficking isn't just about the sex trade, it's not just about people that are forced into working, it's about harvesting. The place that they have in Nepal is so close to the Chinese border that even the ugly children, even the deformed children, have organs and have a use. And he said they keep them alive long enough to harvest their organs. And the last thing they take is their heart. And my husband looked at me and he goes, you can help. He goes, whatever it is that they need, stay out of it enough that your face and your name isn't associated for your own safety. He said, but whatever they need for help, go ahead and help. Step in where you can, and I get what they're doing. So truly, what they're doing is saving lives around this world. And now that they're in place, we've actually even opened a location in Honduras already. It was faster to open the Honduras one than it was Belize. There was a location already ready to go, turnkey. There was an 80-year-old man running it, and he just was doing it out of the love of his heart. And by them coming down and getting associated, they went into Honduras to have agreements signed that they could bring the girls into Belize, and they said, no, just keep them here in Honduras, and here's the location. So they have been given a location already that they're running now in Honduras, and now they're trying to open this one in Belize. So when I say you have no idea what one conversation and one drop in the pond as a ripple effect can create, that's what it can create. There is another nonprofit locally up by Olympia, and they're called Impact Northwest. They have worked with the Polsbo Rotary Club, and they have been bringing down 990, which is a dispatch service. Belize doesn't have dispatch. Like we have 911. Imagine if we had nobody that we could call other than our neighbors, and nothing that we could put people in other than the back of a pickup truck to get them to the hospital. That's what they were facing in Belize. And Impact Northwest gets 990. So they started this program 3 years ago, and they got it into one of the areas of Belize. Well, now they're wanting to expand it to the entire country. So it's their own project. I'm staying in my lane. I'm just mentioning theirs. But truly, they're now going after a global grant so that they can bring that 990 dispatch service to the entire country. And I just share that because there's truly amazing things going on between Rotary clubs and Lions clubs and lots of civic organizations. Here's that website of silentbridge.org. Hero Saver is another organization. I live on 42nd. The man that does Hero Saver is firefighting equipment. He gets it to Mexico. He's also gone down to Belize with me. He lives on 48th Avenue. How did I not know for 2 years that this man that runs a nonprofit organization that does firefighting? So he went to Belize with me last year, and he trained the people how to run the ambulance, how all the bells and whistles worked, and he trained 6 of the local guys how to run and equip that ambulance. Anyway, Rotary and Altrusa have previously supported financially. I did work together with Altrusa yesterday, and we just submitted a $3,500 grant for Silent Bridge. But we have partners, the Denton Humanitarian Program. It's an amazing thing. Senator Denton years ago set up that the Air Force flies internationally and delivers all these different supplies and equipment around the world to places in need. And they fly into Belize every November and every May. So I'm trying now to get all of our equipment on the next Air Force jet that flies down there, because it's a lot easier than driving an ambulance through Mexico. Trust me. That was a story all by itself. Here's some of the partners that I've worked with. Literally, the man on the right-hand side was working with Silent Bridge. He was the face. His name was Hector, and he was just a dear soul. He had a heart attack last year and passed away. So they've went through difficulties as well, because they don't have a lot of volunteers that do this. This is he was a retired military personnel, and was down there giving his heart and soul to this project. And so the project is working forward, and they do have people continuing it, but it is one of those things that, so here is the journey of the ambulance, and my husband is up there and us handing it off. We had to stop halfway and empty the ambulance because there were needles and some medicine that couldn't go into Mexico. So again, these are just previous projects, so I'm just going to go through these quickly at the end. The medical team that we took in 2023, we're going to do this again spring of 26. If you want to go, I would love to have you. My biggest ask, I haven't asked this club for financial support previously. In the future, I probably will, because this project is going to be ongoing, and the Lions group that is down there is in the same community as the capital city, which is where the safe haven is going to be placed. So coming in the future, I am helping Silent Bridge to get that running, but truly in my village as well, I'm still going to continue with getting a playground for those children. I'm still going to finish with the eye clinic and the dental clinic. And Lions, I know, focuses on optometry and eyes. And I would love to have at least 2 people from each of our civic clubs that I partner with to help me on a Belize Dream Team that helps me to connect down there. I have all the contacts and the connections, but it is one of those things that for one person to be doing all of these trips and contacts and phone calls and emails and grant writing and projects, I just need somebody to do maybe just one piece of it. Send an email, make the connection, make the contact. You don't have to go to Belize if you don't want to go to Belize, but if you have a heart to say, you know what, Monica, how could I help with just a little thing? I would love it, because I would really love to see this Lions Club participate. You guys are a powerhouse in our community. I see all over how we participate, and I apologize that I haven't been to more meetings. It is spreading me thin as well with the things that I do in this community and trying to work at the same time. But I am going back October 24th, and I'll be there till November 12th. And I'll be working on the groundwork to get the eye clinic. I've contacted a local roofer, and I said, would you like to go stay at my house? It's a 2-bedroom that has 10 acres, and you and your wife or you and your crew could go down there and fix the roof on that clinic. I'll buy all the supplies and the materials. I just can't afford the labor. And I need somebody that's a skilled roofer that knows how to put on a roof that won't leak, because that was the problem. That was a newer zinc roof, and the way that they did it, they did not allow for the runoff, and so it ran completely down the ridge and inside the building and ruined all the sheetrock inside. And so I need somebody that knows what they're doing, so I need that experience to go down there. I've got laborers, I've got people that will follow instructions. I just don't have the skills of a contractor. So hopefully he says yes. If he doesn't, I'm looking for a roofing contractor that wants to go on vacation to Belize for as long as they want to stay there, and as long as they're willing to help fix the roof, we'll pay for all the supplies. So anyway, questions? Yes?
Have you been successful in getting any Lion grant money?
I haven't tried to get any Lion grant money, and it truly is one of those that I would love help and support with that. Hal and I sat down, and he is a wonderful man to sit and has got a wealth of knowledge. I don't have the time at this point for me to type in all of that when I was typing in Altrusas and Rotaries. So if somebody wants to help me, would love that. Other questions? Hal says I need to give him more information. I can do that. Yeah. I can talk a lot. Yeah. I'll feed you full of information there, my friend.
We'll work it out.
Perfect. What was that? Hey, I want to take him with me. Actually,
who wants to fund my one-way ticket?
Everybody. Just one way? I bet we can all.
Actually, his brother Pat, too. I'm going to send his brother Pat down there one of these days, too. Okay, well, thank you.
Thank you so much, Monica. Before you sit down, I would like to present you with one of our Lions mugs as a thank you for you being here. We really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank you. Okay, we are going to move on to our announcements. I forgot to talk to you, Rick. Are you going to announce the meeting?
I am.
Okay, go for it. Hello.
It had me. What time is it? 6 o'clock.
Okay, so we can figure out what you're announcing here.
Sharon,
Yes.
President Sharon,
Yes.
fellow Lions and guests. We have a meeting, a night meeting at Ashtown Thursday at 6 o'clock. I'll be in charge, so. Or come to the meeting and see how bad I do.
Also, if you want to eat or get something to drink, you can come early and so you have time to order that. Okay, go ahead, Anna.
President Sharon, Lions and guests. Okay, so the usual October 18th, save the date, the White Cane, that's going to be at Safeway on Ocean Beach. We'll have signups coming. Also, Kelso Lions is finishing up a fundraiser. They were selling berries, as a couple of clubs are. So they have bags of blueberries that are discounted to $10. So they're 2.5-pound bags, frozen blueberries. And the lady that I'm going to see after the meeting, her name's Pam. She's at the Methodist Church on Cowlitz Way. So if you wanted to go up there, 206 Cowlitz Way, Methodist Church, and see if she's got, I have her number, so we can see if what she's got left. Also, Jeff Johnston, thank you so much for stepping up. He's here from Lions Island decorations.
Thank you. Woo!
Yeah, so everybody, we're going to give Jeff a lot of support.
Absolutely. Thank you so much, Jeff.
I have nothing to report.
Okay, if you can go on to Lion Grade first.
I'm going here, okay.
President Sheriff Earl Lane's guest, I commented on the day of caring for the United Way. United Way's got another project coming up. We've helped them out in the past 3 years, and that's Power the Purse. We'll help them set up. The Power the Purse is on the 16th of October. They're not sure if they can get in on the 15th. If they can get on the 15th, we'll set up then. If not, it'll be the morning of the 16th. So please keep those dates open. It's a lot of fun, and the more we have over there, the merrier, and faster we get it done.
Any verses?
For you?
I'm sure we could come across the purse for you, John. And if we can move right on over to Bob Piper.
Hey, Bob. Hey, Bob.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests. Saturday, we have the Extreme Machine, runs from 10 to 3 at the parking lot field across from the fairgrounds. Jane will have a sign-up sheet out today, and we need some help there, so. This Saturday, 10 to 3. So, it's a fun thing. We see a lot of kids. Last year, for those who were really excited to see the Oscar Mayer Wienermobile.
Can I drive it?
Maybe get John to ride it.
It's a fun time to make a lot of kids happy. And we sell them cheap hot dogs and cotton candy. So that's what we're doing. Thank you.
Thank you. And if Marilyn, please.
Yes.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, this week and next Tuesday will be the last Tuesday that I can offer apple sales, so I need to collect funds by then. So if there's anyone that was considering it, we can do a half a box for $25 and split with someone else. But the total is 40-pound box for $50. So let me know if you'd like to order one.
Thank you. And on to Lion Pat in the back.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests. I have an announcement here for the Kalama Lions Club again. They're having a salmon dinner on Monday, 9/22, which is next Monday. It's from 6 to 8 p.m. and $15 a plate. I have a sign-up sheet here. If anybody would like to attend, please come and put your name down here, and you can put a few other things that I've written on there. Thank you.
Thank you very much. And I would like to remind everybody that our next board meeting will be October 9th at 8 a.m. at Life Mortgage. Does anybody else have any other announcements? Nope. All righty. We will move along to the tickets. If everybody could get out their blue ticket, or actually let's do the red ticket first. We'll do it different this time. 359 803. Karen.
John, hi, they're coming for you.
And where would you like that? Okay, thank you. And then the blue ticket, 2077.
Got it.
5,
Got it.
4,
Oh.
6. We don't have anybody that won today. We'll just move right along. I mean Steve. All right, and Lion Darlene.
President Sharon, fellow Lions and guests, the desserts for today go to Jay and Marnie.
Hey. The Queen of Hearts.
You're so close.
That's close.
That's a great song.
And the jackpot lives on another week. Okay, well, I guess we're going to be ending a little bit early today. I will leave you with the quote. There is no better exercise for your heart than reaching down and helping to lift somebody else up.
That's a great quote.
Have a great week, Lions.